Once upon a time, in the city of Charlottesville, Virginia, there was a small club that was held once a week in the basement of a place called the Tokyo Rose Sushi Bar. That club was called The Dawning, and that club is where I started to DJ goth and industrial music. I was a fan of the genre, and the scene in Charlottesville, Virginia at that time was vibrant. The band of the town was the band named Bella Morte. They were on the cusp of becoming a fairly decent draw goth band, and people got involved. And every week they had a band play. Bella Morte was kind of the house band, but I saw bands there that have gone on to bigger things these days. It was a interesting and intense time. There was a band called the Crew Shadows. They were fairly big. They were friends with the band Bella Morte. They came in, they played one night. The band Mindless Faith played there. It was a melting pot. It was a place that goths and punks were able to go and interact and have a good time together. There was never any violence. There were never any real problems, and I know the police were never called. There was lots of alcohol drank on those nights, even though they set it up to be an all-ages venue. The management worked with the bartenders, who was a member of the bartender for that particular evening was a member of the local scene, and they did very good in keeping alcohol out of the hands of minors. It was here that I befriended the woman who had been running it when I got there, and her name was Chris, and I asked her one night if I can DJ, and she said, sure. So I went up there, and I did a good job, I guess, because they allowed me to kind of work myself into the rotation. So the first part of this journey of the Once Upon a Time In is going to be going over and looking at and playing some of the songs that I played on club nights in Charlottesville. This was during the, I want to say, early to mid 90s, and it was an interesting time. I was still in the Army. I was the only guy that went in there with a military haircut. I DJ'd under the night at that time under the name of DJ Dark Cell. That DJ name was taken from a Fields of the Nephilim song that was just called Dark Cell, and that was my DJ name. That changed later, but that was after I moved to Reno, and we will talk about that after I get through this part of the series. So, once upon a time in Charlottesville, I was a goth industrial DJ, and I always tried to find the music that was different than what everybody else was playing. Sure, a lot of it I used was the same stuff because that's what people wanted to hear. But I've always been the weirdo that wants to take something from left field that no one's ever heard before, or nobody ever really thought to play in a dance club, or at least at that time I never thought to play in a dance club, either because they weren't sure about it or they just didn't have access to it. So what I did, I bought a lot of import compilation CDs, DAC, which stands for Deutsche Alternative Charts, put out at that time, I don't know if they still do, but they put out a CD every year that had like the top industrial / goth tracks from the clubs in Germany out. Every year I'd buy that religiously. I would look for any kind of compilation. And at that time, if you bought an import compilation of 2 discs, it was $60 or $70. So that's where all of my extra money went into, was buying these off the hook, out in left field CDs. And in the process, I picked up on bands that, looking back, they're a lot, well, I'll say a lot, I mean, comparatively speaking, but more people have heard of them today. So what I'm going to do today is play a song that I feel is a necessary play, because if you mention the name Gary Numan, everybody thinks, or most everybody thinks, of the song Cars, which was a pop song he wrote in the, I want to say, early to mid 80s, maybe late 80s, And once you hear the song, you know what it is. If you need to, pause the video, go look up this Gary Numan song, Cars, and you're going to go, oh, yeah. Because it was written for pop radio. What people don't understand is that Gary Numan himself was a genius, and he was a fairly dark individual. And the song I'm going to play today is the polar opposite of the song that made him, quote unquote, famous for a while, which was Cars. The name of this song is Dead Heaven. And you'll understand once it starts playing. And all I'm going to do is play it because there is no video for it. So you're going to hear the song. Bear with me. I apologize there's no video. I'm hoping you're able to hold on long enough, and I'm hoping that the music itself can do that. So here we go. This is Gary Numan, Dead Heaven extended cut. Now, what I am going to tell you is that if you're going to listen to this and you're a fan of any type of dark electronic music and you have not heard this song before, you need to put your headphones on and put them up to about 11 in order to fully appreciate the enormousness of this song. So I'm going to stop yapping and I'm going to start playing the music. So if you're ready, this is a Gary Numan, Dead Heaven extended. Let it wash over you. Bet you weren't expecting that. Yeah, I'm going to back up 5 seconds. I just had to say something.
Last 2 Junes I was dying in a big machine. Didn't think the voice that called me could be real. Thought I woke up, lost my faith. I was staring at the face of rage. Didn't think I'd see the demon in his heart. Thought I saw black turn to white, the vision from the angel was. Didn't think I'd find the savior in the dark. Thought I saw a light tear the storm, showing me the way to God. Didn't know that heaven died and went to hell. Blessing is in heaven, blessing the shadows and pain. Blessing is in heaven, blessing is death in his name. strange and cruel, swaying to the screams of man. Got us all the lost disciples, love and plan. Got us all love, sacrifice to Mary and the three wise men. Got us all the virgin, look at me and crying. Got us all crossing Jesus' dead, burning in the midnight sky. Got us all God dancing in the flames. Glory is heaven, glory is shadows and rain. Glory is heaven, glory is death and his name. Welcome to heaven. Welcome to shadows and pain. Welcome to heaven. Welcome to death and misery. Welcome to heaven. Welcome to shadows and pain. Welcome to heaven. Welcome to death and his name.
Hell yeah. I'm going to talk about that briefly. All right. I apologize for head bopping, but that's what I do to this music. This is music that makes me move. So, yeah, I might be 56 in age, but I don't think my brain ever got past about 24. But I feel that this is a great song. The lyrics are way darker than you would expect from the guy that put out Cars. And the music itself is like a landscape coming to life. And I'm going to post the lyrics to the song below, and you'll see what I mean. Um, Gary Numan was a dark dude. He still is. He's going to be playing nearby. I want to say it's in March. He's going to be playing nearby me. And if I'm able, I'm going to go see him because number one, he's a phenomenal musician. And number two, he put out some of the best music I've ever heard. There's another song that he did that was remixed several times that I'll probably play at a later date, which was called Our Friends Electric. And that was another one that, again, it was a total genre breaker. It also introduced people to new concepts of how to create music. So I'm going to leave it there. If you enjoyed this, great. Give me a thumbs up. Tell your friends because I'll tell you right now, I already know that these are probably going to get no more than 100 or so hits, but I don't care because I want to put the music out there. So like I said, I'm going to leave it there. Take care of yourselves. Be good to one another. Don't be a dick. And until next time, just be good. Take care. Bye bye.